Good morning, my dear students. Today, in this video, we are going to learn about the first prose of our class 9th, the priceless gift, textual questions and answers. Okay? So, let's understand the text. What did the writer experience in the restaurant? Writer का experience कौन थिला? The writer went to a vegetarian restaurant as it was lunchtime. The people were eating and drinking. The restaurant was very crowded. The writer saw that some of the chairs and tables had been pushed into a corner. He chose the corner table, seated himself and started skimming through the newspaper. The writer got such experience, एहीपरी experience in the restaurant. Writer restaurant रे एहीपरी experience पाइथिले. Okay, next question. What did he notice there? से notice काना कोले? The writer noticed a very young girl was looking at him. Her eyes were large and they had a sad expression. Here the word they refers to the eyes of the girl. Okay. Next, number 3. What was the writer's first impression of the girl? The writer came to know, जानिबाकु पाइले, in the girl's large eyes had a sad expression. Her looking style, तार देखिबार चाहनी, तार देखिबार style टा at the writer made him know that she needed some help. This was the writer's first impression of the girl. Okay. Next. What made the writer surprised? Writer को काना surprise कला? As she was going out, she asked the cashier in a low voice, "Is that gentleman an Indian?" The cashier replied, "I think so." Before leaving out of the restaurant, she looked at the writer once more, which surprised the writer. Okay, से जिबार आगुरु जितेला writer को आउ थरे देखला, सेटा writer को surprise कला. Okay, next question. Why did he inquire from the waiter? He inquired from the waiter because he wanted to know about the mysterious child and also her interest about the writer aroused writer's curiosity in her. Okay. Next, what information did he get from the waiter? Waiter से क्या information पाइले? The writer got some information from the waiter about the girl. She had lunch there on Saturdays and she came there on payday only because of her little earning. Where did the writer go on the next Saturday? The writer went to the same vegetarian restaurant on the next Saturday. Last Saturday जेन restaurant की जाइथिले, next Saturday रे भी से restaurant को से गले. Okay, because why? काहे की? Because he wanted to know about the mysterious girl. The writer, next question, number 8. Why did he arrange the chair opposite hers? The writer went to the same restaurant on the next Saturday. As he entered, he saw her sitting at the same table as before. The writer went to her and took the chair opposite her to know the girl's curiosity about him. तांकर बाबत रे गर्ल रो क्यूरियोसिटी टा जानिबा पई से जाई कर तार अपोजिट साइड रे चेयर टा अरेंज करलेबा चेयर टा पकड़ बसले. ओके, नेक्स्ट. व्हाट क्वेरी डिड द गर्ल मेक अबाउट द राइटर? द गर्ल वांटेड टू नो फ्रॉम द राइटर whether he was an Indian. से जानिबा को चाहिला, काना जानिबा को चाहितिला, काना क्वेरी कला, काना पचराला से काना जानबार की चाहला जे the girl wanted to know from the writer whether he was an Indian. से जने इंडियन की नुहा बोली जानिबा को चाहिला. What impression did the writer have about the family of the girl? The writer came to know from the girl that her brother was in India and he was doing his job as a soldier. They had not had a letter from him for a long time. Her worried mother was afraid that something had happened to her son, and also he learned that her only guardian was her brother and she lived with her old widow mother, Mrs. Bethy. Okay, next question, number 11. How was the writer treated at Maggie's house? Who was there to welcome him? How was the writer treated at Maggie's house? The writer was treated well at Maggie's house, at a guest हिसाब से हमको बढ़िया ट्रीट करा गला, भल से ट्रीट करा गला. Mrs. Bethy, the mother of Maggie, was there to welcome him. Okay, next question, number 12. What was Mrs. Bethy doing when the writer met her? Why was she unwilling? Unwilling means अनिच्छा प्रकाश करबाटा. Why was she unwilling to go for a handshake when the writer met Mrs. Bethy? She was making cakes. She was unwilling to go for a handshake because her hands were covered with flour. Okay, next question, number 13. Why did the girl usually visit the restaurant on Saturdays? As Saturday was the payday of the poverty-stricken girl, she usually visited the restaurant on Saturdays. Number 14. What did Mrs. Bethy believed about the ring? Mrs. Bethy believed that the ring was a miraculous thing. One could see a distant person as gazed into it. Gazed माने चाहनी, देखवाटा. What made, number 15, what made the author to tell a lie about the ring? There was no news about Frankie. Mrs. Bethy was in serious condition. To console the lady, say lady को सांत्वना देवा पाई and bring her into normal condition, तांको normal condition रे आनिबा पाई, by taking the ring को नेकी, he approached her, तांको पाखा को गोले, approach माने came near her mother bedside and told a lie about it. Number 16. Did the telling of a lie benefit Mrs. Bethy? Yes. Yes, no question asla. Did auxiliary verb आगे asla? Yes, the telling of a lie benefited for Mrs. Bethy. Why did the writer feel guilty about himself? The writer calculated and found that Frankie had been dead some days when he told his mother he was alive and well. So, tenu he felt ashamed, लज्जित अनुभव कले, and guilty about himself. What was number 18? What was Maggie's gift to the writer? Answer: Maggie's gift to the writer was a shilling. Next question. Why was it a priceless gift? It means ceiling. It refers to here ceiling. The ceiling was a priceless gift because in the priceless gift, it refers to the title of the prose. The ceiling was a priceless gift because in the priceless gift, ceiling was a symbol of affection. Affection माने स्नेह. Affection between a brother and a sister. Here, Maggie earned a ceiling with so much toil, hard labor. She was foregoing so much for the love of her brother. The joy of sacrificing was beyond all price. So price ro urdhare. Did Maggie love her brother dearly? Give reasons. Yes, Maggie loved her brother dearly. The ceiling proved in what extent कितने परिमाण रे she loved her brother. तार भाई को से कितने परिमाण रे स्नेह करतुला से ceiling टा ही प्रूव कर देला. Next, let's understand the text better. Why did the writer choose the corner table in the restaurant? It was lunchtime, so the restaurant was very crowded. The writer saw that some of the chairs and tables had been pushed into a corner. The corner seemed to be a safer place for him to skim through the newspaper. Skim, overlook karbata. Skim through the newspaper. So he chose the corner table in the restaurant. Okay. Next question. How did the writer start a conversation with the young girl after the week passed and the next Saturday had come? For his curiosity, तांको आग्रह पाई, जानिबार इच्छा पाई, the writer went to the same restaurant. As he entered, he saw her sitting at the same table as before. He took a chair opposite hers after wishing her a good afternoon, and then by making one brief remark after another, he was able to start a conversation with the girl. How could The writer guessed the girl to be poverty-stricken. When the writer was in the restaurant, he noticed the girl's eyes were in a sad expression, and also he came to know from the waiter that she only came on paydays. It was clear that she did not earn much. This made the writer to guess that the girl was poverty-stricken. Which of the following do you think the author will talk about after meeting the girl? ये चारटा जेन ऑप्शन देइछे इ भितरु केन ऑप्शन टा राइट हेबा जेने तुमे भाबुछ व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग डू यू थिंक द ऑथर विल टॉक अबाउट द ऑथर टा कहिबे कथा हेबे आफ्टर मीटिंग द गर्ल को भेटिला परे मीटिंग द गर्ल अगेन inquiring about the nature of work, about her family, all the above. Which answer will be correct? That you should put in the comment box. Which answer will be correct? Okay. This is the task for you. I was moved by what he said. What impression did the writer get about the girl? After the words of the waiter, the curiosity he felt about the girl persisted. Chalu rohila. The waiter told the writer that the girl came there on payday only. Perhaps bodhahue she had very little earning. The writer was moved by these words of the waiter. What impression did the girl have on India? The girl's faith, विश्वास on India was kind. से झीर विश्वास टा थिला इंडिया प्रति काना kind थिला, दयालु भावना थिला. से भाबुतला इंडिया लोक माने kind people. She knew that all Indians are truth speaker. से जानी थिला जे सब इंडियन जाको काना सत्य कथा कहंती. And also she thought that one could believe on the Indians, so she brought the writer to her home. In such a way, Maggie had the impression on India. Will it be too much of a lie? Why did the girl say so? Will it be too much of a lie? Was said by Maggie to the writer. The girl said so because she knew that her mother's life could be saved by the writer's words. Maggie had read in books that Indians love the truth. According to Maggie, it was a good work to say when it was a question of someone's life. Why did the writer feel ashamed to face Mrs. Bethy at the time of his return to India? Before the returning of writer to India, he had wished to go. Se ichha prakash kole jiba pai to say goodbye to Maggie and her mother, but the family was in mourning. Frankie had been killed in the fighting on the frontier. He calculated and found that Frankie had been dead some days when the writer told his mother he was alive and well, so he felt ashamed to face Mrs. Bethy. Why was the shilling Maggie presented to the writer was an invaluable offering? The shilling was presented by Maggie to the writer was an invaluable offering because it was a figure of foregoing love between Maggie and her dead brother Frankie. The joy of placing flowers on her brother's grave beyond all price for the writer. ओके मु स्पीड रे कहली तार माने हला जे कारण बहुत क्वेश्चन अछि 29 क्वेश्चंस आर हियर सो आई हैव टू स्पीक इन ए स्पीडी वे ओके बाय द वे थैंक यू सो मच.